Hey guys, what is up? So today I'll be teaching you the most simplest way to make cloud bread from TikTok. So we're gonna flavor this cloud bread and we're gonna make it super fluffy, and all the measurements are gonna be really simple, not in grams. Alright, so first off, you're gonna wanna put 3 eggs out of your fridge and leave them at room temperature for at least 30 minutes. Be much fluffier. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and then 3 tablespoons of sugar, and that is it. Alright, so first off, you're going to want to separate the 3 egg whites into a mixing bowl where you're going to be whisking it, and the yolks you could just put in a smaller bowl and leave them in the fridge and use them for something else because you're not going to need them. Alright, now it's time to whisk our egg whites. So if you have a KitchenAid like me, just put your setting on 6 and let it run for about a minute, and then soon after we're going to start combining in our sugar. Alright, now it's time to add in our sugar, and we're just going to turn the speed around 7, and you're going to want to leave it to a speed of 6 to 8, and you're going to slowly want to add in the sugar just like so, and make sure it all gets combined before adding in more. And you want to do this process for around 2 to 3 minutes. That's how long it took me, and then I'll see you once you're done. Alright, after you're done adding in all your sugar, your egg whites should start looking a little bit more white and more fluffy. But this is not where we're going to stop. So you're just going to want to let this mix at the speed setting of 6 or medium for another minute, and then we're going to add in our cornstarch. So you have a tablespoon of cornstarch, and you're just going to want to slowly add it in, and if it gets on the wall, that's okay. We're going to scrape it down with a spatula in a second. And we're just going to let this whisk until it gets to stiff peak, and then you're going to add in any flavoring or colors you would like. Alright, once your egg whites is stiff peak, just grab any coloring you would like and add about 2 drops of food coloring right into it. So I'm doing strawberry, so of course I'm doing red to correlate with it. And we're just going to add in 2 drops of strawberry flavoring in a second as well. Alright, after about 20 seconds of mixing in our coloring and food flavoring, you're just going to want to scrape it down, and as you can tell, there's some spots that are not mixed, and you want to just give it a quick stir with the spatula, and then let it mix for another minute. Alright, after it's done being mixed, you just want to go check the consistency, and if it just hangs down like that, then it is good to be formed. So now we're going to grab a tray. You can cover it with parchment paper, or if you have a silicone mat like me, just pour it on, and then we're going to shape the meringue base, because this is just egg whites and sugar and cornstarch, so it is meringue based, and you're going to want to shape it anything you want. So I made mine pretty tall, but I recommend you to do it a little bit more flatter because it will not be cooked inside, because I had to add 5 more minutes. But once you have been done forming it, you're just going to want to stick it in an oven that is set to 320 degrees, and you're going to want to bake it from 25 to 35 minutes depending on how your oven is, if you have convection on. But I did mine for around 30 minutes because I had to add back 5 minutes at the end. But so yeah, just put it in the oven and I'll see you at the taste test. Alright, our bread is now done, and you want to check it with a toothpick. If anything sticks to it, just put it back in for a few minutes. That's what happened to me, and I would recommend you guys to let it rest because I just lifted it off the mat and it came out all flat. It deflated basically. Guys, here is our bread. So it is a little bit sticky on the outside. I believe it is because of I used cane sugar instead of regular, so that might have been different. So let's rip it apart. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Nice, fluffy bread, basically. That's really good. Perfect amount of sweetness. If you don't like it too sweet, go ahead and use 2 tablespoons, I would say. But yeah, so far it tastes like a cotton candy as bread, which is amazing. Look how jiggly it is. Downside is the crust is really, I don't know, weird. This tastes like a Chinese egg pastry, a sponge cake. I mean, it is meringue based. This is just straight up meringue, basically. It's not bad. Well, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed the TikTok trend of cloud bread. And that is it. Peace.